to Mike's diabetes room. Let's take a look at things first. Current blood sugar is sitting at 7.7, going up. I expect it'll go up quite a bit. They served waffles with syrup, and I don't know if I counted carbs correctly. Last night, my corrections were quite active, but I stayed within my goal for most of the night. It's all pretty good. Last night, I was around 6 point something, or 7 point something, 7 to 7.8. Woke up at around 6, it was 7.9, and then I started to drop. I don't know if I'm getting the reverse dawn effect. All of a sudden, my blood sugar starts to drop in the morning. But current blood sugar is sitting at 5.7 or 57%, 43% above, 57 in range. Average blood sugar is 9.6. This isn't too bad. This I'd like to bring down. I kind of like my blood sugars between 8 and 10. That's really sort of tight control. We don't like to go lower because of my history of not being able to tell myself my blood sugars. Would help me ending up in this wonderful place. Today, I want to discuss hiding and not taking insulin, and some of the tricks people have used in the past. Now, this may be a little bit dated, especially for me, because I'm on the pump, but there's all sorts of weird things that happen. So sit back, grab your cup of coffee, tea, whatever, and we'll get going. Okay, so people have been, or diabetics, have been hiding the fact that they take insulin for years. The big main one was I always did it in my office at work. I closed the door and hide behind the door and just take the shot. When I finally got into an office where I would have 2 walls and windows facing out, I would just close my door, do it, and everything was happy. It got a little difficult when you were going out to restaurants. Going into the washroom to give insulin may seem logical to most non diabetics, but to a type 1 diabetic, it seems unhygienic. We're told to wipe the lids, but who knows what's in there and what are you bringing home? And bottles and could be contaminated. And I have had people tell me that they would figure out the dose they need, their dinner dose, draw it up in a syringe, and take it to the restaurant that way. And then would just sneakily give out and give it. When pens came into fashion as a source of giving insulin, that made it a little bit easier because people think you were just doing something with a pen. Hence why the name insulin pens were coined. But you came out, you just gave your insulin, and things were hunky-dory. But there were so many things. I can remember a friend of mine went out to dinner with his wife or whatever, and he had the container. Somehow the police found his insulin syringe without the bottle, and he had a hard time proving that he wasn't diabetic. The thing that really saved him was this little thing, a medical alert, and you should be always having it. Comes in handy sometimes. But he was let go. He got a ticket. I think he ended up speeding, but then he got a ticket and things were fine. But I've heard weird things. Now, I've heard of this of drug addicts shooting in between the fingers, but there's not much fat there. I've heard diabetics doing that because they didn't want track marks. It seems like an awful lot of effort to do. I never had track marks. I had one little spot that went hard from injecting because it was my favorite spot for years. But I was lucky enough, I stopped utilizing that area, and my body kind of just repaired itself. Not saying that would happen to everyone, but I guess I caught it just in time. So you've got to really be prepared and don't do stupid things. Everyone seems to think, oh, well, it's easier. If you're on multiple daily injections, my personal feeling is own it. If you have to go out to a restaurant, just do your shot. Chances are no one's going to notice. This little thing can be our worst enemy, where people will constantly just think, oh, well, people will think I'm a drug addict. And in all my diabetic history, I only thought People thought I was a drug addict once, and that wasn't even taking insulin. Someone knocked over a briefcase at my work, and the needles fell out. The insulin didn't fall out, but the needles fell out. So she, being the person who knocked it over, didn't come and say, hey. She called Human Resources, and it was a big deal. So you're gonna be damned if you do, damned if you don't. I just always took it as a win. Hey, I have diabetes. This is what I have to do to live. It's great you don't have to do it, but this is what I have to do. And I think that is a huge win for everyone out there. Don't be such worrying about what people are thinking. Own it. You have to do this to live. Who cares what they think? Be proud of who you are and what you have to do to live. You know, they say we need to drink water to live. Well, just because everyone does it, it's acceptable. But because I don't like, oh no. Well, damn it, we should have the right just to quickly do it. And if they complain, let them complain. If they suggest, oh, you should go to the washroom to do that. No, I shouldn't have to go through the washroom to do it. Or, you should do that before you came. Well, no, I'm sorry. If I give insulin before I go for a meal, chances are I could run into low blood sugars, and that is not acceptable. Injecting yourself before, oh, well, you could have done that in the car. Well, okay, that one's a little bit more feasible, like in the parking lot. But what happens if you go to the restaurant and they don't have your reservation ready, you have to wait? No, just doing it when your meal comes, just say, excuse me, and do it discreetly. Shouldn't be a problem. If someone has a problem with it, it's their problem. It's not yours. Just think about it. And with that, we're going to have a great day, and we'll talk later. Bye now. My email address is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. All one line. Drop me